Hello everybody and welcome to ESO Daily. I'm your host, Mr. Craven. Alright, so we had a little downtime today due to, them putting in a hot fix. So, version 1.30 is here. Hopefully it takes care of a lot of problems. I'm looking forward to actually PvPing without, endless load screens. But today I want, and I know Deltia is streaming, so I do apologize to Deltia in advance. But I just wanted to get this build video out there for the players who like this build. I didn't get to update it for Horns of the Reach. I wanted to update it for Clockwork City. This is the Ashphyxiation build. I had to make a lot of adjustments for this build, but wanted to go ahead, deliver it, and put it out there for the players who enjoy this build, because it is one of my favorite builds to play because it's a lot of fun. It is a blast, and I really do enjoy it. So let's go ahead, and I'll get into the character. Just make sure my food buff's up. Yeah, it is. Let's get into the character sheet. Okay, on the staff side, you're going to go ahead and see Max Magicka at 40,767. Magicka Recoveries at 1,243. Max Health is slightly under 20k. I like to stay between 19 and 20, but it's 19,108. Max Stamps, 1069. Spell crit on this side is 56.4. I will be going over this. To the left, you're going to see Magicka allocated at 58, 6 in health. We are a vampire. I'm going to be using Max Health, Max Magicka, and I have the Lover Mundus. Going on to the dual wield side, you're going to see my stats bump up to 42,000. Magic recovery is at 1,278. Max health still remains the same. My crit is lower. I will explain why when I go over the pieces. Alright, so let's go over the sets first. We're going to be using Julianos, an Overwhelming Surge, along with Lambris. So let's go down piece by piece. So Sword of Julianos, Nirnhone, increase, ideal. Overwhelming Dagger, it should be the Overwhelming Sword. It's sharpened. This should be precise. That's why my crit value drops below the 50. I like to stay between the 50 and 60 to keep my critical percentage up there. So keep that in mind. I'm going to be using Lightning Staff of Julianos. This is precise. I do not want Nirnhone on this build. Why? Because it takes my critical value under the 50. That's going to dramatically affect my critical damage. These, you got to keep in mind, guys, we're looking at in different values when we're looking at specification on character sheet to build application, and trait is a very important reflection of that. So this is why we're going to go with the precise with the Lightning Staff. We're not going to use Inferno Staff. We're going to go with Lightning because I'm going to be using Lambris. This Lightning Staff is going to help proc that, but also keep in mind in the passives for Destruction Staff. Now this is important, especially when you're a Magicka build. When we take a look at the Ancient Knowledge passives, Lightning Staffs increase damage done with area effects, where Flame Staff only is going to increase the single target damage. So if I'm going to be running AoEs, I'm going to get a little bit more, I'm going to get more damage on my AoE effects based on that Lightning Staff passive. Alright? So going back down through it, we have the head of Lambris, medium. This is ideal. In medium, infused, we want to keep the 6% for the Undaunted passive, the Undaunted Metal. We have the Jerkin of Julianos, infused, ideal, Max Magicka. We have the Shoulders of Lambris, heavy, ideal, divine, glyphed with health. We have Sash of Julianos, Divine, Max Magicka. We have the Gloves of Julianos, Divine, Max Magicka. We have the Breeches of Julianos, Infused, Max Magicka. We have the Overwhelming Shoes, Ideal, Divine, Glyphed Health. And of course we have the Overwhelming Surge Jewelry set. Necklace is Glyphed Magicka Recovery, 1 Ring Recovery, and 1 with the spell damage. Okay, let's go over the skills real quick. Okay, so I'm going to be using Degen. A lot of players know I like Degeneration. The main reason I like Degeneration is cost management, especially with the DK. If I go ahead and use the Inner Light to proc the Might of the Guild, it's costing me 4,000, where I can use the Degen to go ahead and get my Major Sorcery. I can also get the Might of the Guild. That's why I prefer it, and it's cost management. You have to, with the Magicka DK, it's so important to reserve your resources. Degen is one of these abilities that does that for us. So I'm going to use it, and keep in mind when I'm dealing light and heavy attacks, I have a 15% chance to heal myself for 115% of the damage caused. Also, we're going to be using Molten Whips. I never use the Lash. Why? Because it consumes off balance. I went over this this weekend. I used the Molten Whips, and on top of this, the Molten Whips is also going to give me an additional spell damage for 100 towards my Art and Flame abilities, and this is where I stack the Art and Flame abilities. The follow-up for the dot application is going to be the Burning Embers. Burning Embers is going to give me a direct effect along with the dot damage for 15,582 over 10.5 seconds. Keep in mind that this is a reduction in cost. Everything with the DK, it's all about trying to reduce costs and trying to reserve and use their heavy attacks to your advantage. Engulfing Flames, though this might be one of the more expensive abilities on this bar, what it actually is going to do is increase our flame damage ability by an additional 10%. So we use this ability to increase our other flame abilities. That's also going to contribute to the Shooting Stars effect. This is why I'm going to go ahead and use this ultimate. We're going to keep the Inner Light on both bars. Why? The Max Magicka for 5% and the Major Prophecy increasing our spell critical. On the back bar, keep in mind I said we're using the Lightning Staff. This is going to amp up our AoE effects. So we're going to use the Eruption. Eruption is very expensive, but it has the long duration of 18 seconds. So once I can set it, I can go throughout my rotation and lay down all these effects. Unstable Wall, you want to use Blockade, you can. I like the Unstable Wall because it gives me a direct and a secondary effect. So I like that. Plus, it's going to give me a chance to proc the Lambra set. That's what the Overwhelming Surge on the double stack is going to do for me, because it has a 15% chance when I look at the set of when I activate a class ability, 15% chance to surround myself with a shock damage, which also can help keep the uptime higher with the Lambris. All right. Also, we're going to go ahead and use the Burning Talons. Now, a lot of players don't want to use this in Trials, and I understand because they don't get the synergy. But keep in mind, Burning Talons, even if it doesn't go ahead and applies the Immobilize to them, the damage still is in effect. So yes, it's not going to synergize. Yes, it's not going to go ahead and apply the Immobilization, but the damage tick is still applied, regardless if they're immune to the Immobilization. All right, now I'll switch this up, but I have Draw Essence, especially with AoEs, and when I'm doing 4-mans, I like the Draw Essence. Why? This is it. After 2.5 seconds, you exhale fire, dealing 7,165 flame damage to nearby enemies and restoring what? 10% of the ability's cost for each enemy hit. So for each enemy hit that I hit with this, I'm restoring that Magicka. So it's conserving a lot of my Magicka return as I'm going throughout the rotation. But I will switch this up for Pulse on the Destro Staff at times. Once again, Inner Light and Thunderous Rage. So that's pretty much the skills and the sets. Let's go over the champion points really quick. Now I will cover a couple of things. We have Elfborn at 12.8. 12.08. Why? It's the equivalent value of the Shadow Mundus, so I always keep that around 12.08 with majority of my DPS builds. Spell Erosion, we do have the Lover. We also have the passive in the Light Armor for 4,884, but I will go ahead, put some points into this because I'll drop the Lover in. Well, I don't use this build typically in a trial situation, but let's hypothetically say you were in a trial situation. You'd go ahead and switch out the Lover for the Apprentice. But in a 4-man, it's just best to go with the Lover because you don't have all those deductions in penetrating values. So I go with the Lover in 4-man, switch it out with the Apprentice. I usually put the Erosion between 2, 8, and 3. I want to stay between the 10 and 11 mark on the penetrating values. Elemental Experts at 1301. We could take it higher, but a diminishing effect would leave us vulnerable because we want to put 75 points into the Atronach. We're going to take Staff Expert up to 9.17. Keep in mind we are dealing dot effects, but we have usually a direct damage effect prior to our dots applied. That is also going to help scale our monster sets. So we're going to go ahead, put this up to 21.18. If you want to take this down and put a little bit more into your heavy attacks, you can do that. But the most important aspect we want to do is get the passive for the Butcher. This is going to increase the light and heavy attacks by 5% when the enemies drop below the 25% mark for the finishing phase. Remember, Dragon Knights don't have finishers, and instead of spamming and costing us a lot of resources, we want to use the heavy attacks to our advantage with the restore and light attacks in between for the cancellation. Going over to the ritual, we're going to put the rest into Thaumaturge at 13.13. Now, here's a very important factor. If you're going to be a trial DK and you're going to run a build like this, you're going to offset the difference of your elemental expert to about 9%, and you're going to take a spell erosion down to about 25. You want to go ahead and keep this passive at 75, offset the difference, and put the 75 to get the exploiter. Because instead of consuming the off balance, we want to contribute to the off balance's damage output. So when you're in a trial situation for the DK, this is where you're going to pick up. Think of the Stam DK, what it's offering. It's going to be laying down dots and doing heavy attacks. The Mag DK works in the same principle. In a trial situation, you want to use the heavy attacks, you want to use your dot effects to its full potential, and then use the off balance to increase the damage output. So there you have it. Ironclad 14.14. We have Hardy at 11.10. Elemental Defender, I'm a Vampire, 14. Thick Skin, 14.14. Light Armor, we had 1 point. We put it in there. Quick Recovery is at 909. Warlord is at 904. Tenacity, 14. Arcanist, 14. Healthy, 9.27. Tumbling, 5.23. And Shadow Ward's at 5.23. And that is how the champion points are allocated. I'm going to go in the chat because my boy Duck is going to help me do a run so I don't have to wait for a kill. So let's go ahead and I'll get in here real quick with Duck. What's up, guys?
What happened?
Duck. Well, something's going wrong with my mic or my hearing because I can't. The game just went stupid on me.
Oh,
I can't hear nothing. 1 second. Something's going on with the mic. 1 second. I don't know. Something weird's going down. I can't even hear anything in game now. What's up with this?
That's weird. Sounds like a headset problem.
Oh, okay. My volume went down. Can you hear me, Duck?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready to do this, dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just browsing the vendors right now. So.
Alright. Are you on your tank? Alright. Cool deal. Kane, are you coming with us?
He said to message you if you wanted to bring him.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to do a quick run. That's all I'm planning on doing. Make sure I don't have any of the dailies. I had that from the other day. Man, I do have them. What's my inventory look like? I'm not worried about loot. Whatever. Okay. Gotta reapply the food buff. Alright. Did you pick up what's the dailies today, dude?
Something stupid.
Something stupid and something stupid. Sounds good. Yeah, sounds like what we're into today. I like stupid. Stupid is as stupid does, and that's what I'm called every day. So, hey, I guess it works. So, oh my. Alright, we got a couple comments here. I'm going to take a look at them and see what's up. Let me mute that. It's annoying. Hello, Mystic. I got the Flame Tiger. Oh, congrats. I'm so jealous. Mystic, you're funny as hell, dude. Thanks, Crawl. What did I miss? Just went over the build and the sets. What build do you wear for Sorks? I saw you critting to 32k. I use... on my Sork, I use my Tesla coil build, and I really like that build. It's kind of popular with a few Sorks because it's based on my power overload. So it's a power overload build. Elden Hollow 1? Who wants to do Bloodroot?
Your Tesla coil.
Oh, it does? Are you saying it Dude, when I get it, it's like 52k crits on all buffs applied. It's like, holy slip.
It wants to burn the crap out of that last boss.
Yeah, but my builds suck, you know. It is what it is. Okay, you want to do Blackheart first, dude? I'm definitely down maybe for Blackheart. Elden Hollow is just too easy.
Yeah, Blackheart definitely does sound like the one I want to do.
I could probably use a couple pieces of the Knight's Errant anyways.
I was looking, I think I need some more of the Bone Pirates.
What are you looking for in specifics? I mean, anything in specifics,
No,
weapons,
no
or...
maybe jewelry. I got a sword, so I guess a bow would be nice if I don't already have a bow.
Mystic, good luck on your run today. Thank you, Lewis. Mystic, what CP do I got to be to tank for you in vet dungeons? Oh, yeah, well, normal vets, I don't care. It's the DLC ones that I only pay attention to. You can get around tanks, man. Tanks are a lot more flexible with CP in vet DLCs. I always usually try to keep around 300 on vet DLCs, but any other vet, I don't care. I don't care on any other vet. None.
I can switch to my heals, bring them in.
You're on your tank?
Yeah.
Might need a healer, man. This is looking pretty weak.
Switch to my heals and we can pull dude.
Oh no, he's just making a comment, like, you know.
Okay, so I have the Bone Pirate's bow, I have the sword.
We might need you on heals though, anyways, because we're not getting Q for tank. You want to switch to healer, see if we get a faster Q? No? You're like, no, I'm already here. Forget it, man. Are you going to?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's weird. This whole thing is now weird. So because of the look, I ended up going with the costume and the whatever headpiece. Wanted a blue and red theme, you know. Let me check out some more comments. Let me know when you're in there, Duck.
Cool.
What is the best way to get Plague Doctor gear? I'm getting unlucky with drops. The best way is, for the jewelry, is the dolmens. The purple jewelry only drops from dolmens. So dolmen farming is the way to get the jewelry. Delves are probably really good because the bosses in Delves will drop pieces of whatever sets in the world. The public dungeon's really good. And also chests. You can do quests and you can get a chance, but it's so, you know...
I pulled a shield out of a chest yesterday.
Yeah, you got reinforced, didn't you?
Sturdy.
Yeah, if you definitely want the jewelry of Plague Doctors, you want to definitely go in dolmens. That's the only way you're going to get purple. Blue will suffice. Like, a lot of people want to, like, snub blue, but it's not really all that off that much.
No, I want gold.
Yeah, well, you know, Duck, everybody wants gold. The world wants gold, Duck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where are we at? You in?
Yeah, I'm in. Go ahead, send the invite.
Alright, cool. I love this build. It's probably one of my favorite builds. It's fun, but you're not allowed to have fun in this game. Don't have fun. Whatever you people do, don't have fun.
You better be pissed right now.
You better be fucking pissed! I will report you to whoever is the law enforcer of the piss! Bastards!
We were doing Blackheart Haven, right?
Right.
Good, because I just picked up the daily after ready queuing.
Exactly. Now, if anybody asks and say, can you run a Maelstrom or Master Staff in this configuration? You can. You will need, once again, precise. You will have to pick up the extra overwhelming sword. So you'll have the 5 static. You'll have to replace the feat of overwhelming with Julianus to keep it static. And you'll need to pick up another sword of overwhelming and transmute it, your main hand to Nirnholm and your secondary to precise. Good luck with the swords though. I've been trying. RNG for overwhelming sword sucks.
No, I don't have one.
You can definitely tell maybe some of the, lag from the rendering that they mentioned. That was noticeable, though, what it did. Like, it did free up a lot of lag.
I didn't notice so much.
Okay.
I don't know where we're going.
That's the story of my life, Duck. I never know where I'm going. Go tank.
Let's see what you're made of.
Little laggy, I'm feeling it. I missed your balls, Doc! Give me... Thank you. No heavy sack. Sackless.
Oh, my inventory's okay. Nope.
Yep, I think he's pulling everything up. Maybe not. I was just going to set that there. We're going to pull those ads. Oh, okay, the DK did it. Doesn't you know, it definitely, my backlash pulls out more, but this is just so much fun. Well, I mean, I guess I'm sacrificing one aspect for another. Duck, where are you at?
Selling stuff.
What do you mean selling stuff? We're at the boss.
My inventory I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's definitely. Excuse me. No! What happened?
Yeah, we don't have everybody together.
I pulled all that aggro. I was like, shit! It got hot and it wasn't me.
I should have had you, but
What the hell? Like, I think I'm seeing stuff. I saw something pop up and then it disappeared on me. Oh, heavy sack.
Heavy sack.
Sack! Mine's heavier than yours, Duck, because it had wood. Chest. Chest, 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 chest. And it's advanced. See if I can force lock it. No! It failed. It's failing. Go for it. Yes. Be something good. Undaunted Underweave. Blech.
Oh, there's another chest.
There's another chest!
Intermediate.
Junk. I'm not taking any of it. I got limited space here. We gotta conserve.
Oh, yeah. Looking at my bank, it looked like I was looking for the rings of the Dawn Pirates.
The rings? Okay.
Well, I was gonna go.
No, my DPS sucks! No, it sucks! My DPS sucks! It sucks!
I'm kind of disappointed, you know.
12k DPS! Rules! No!
Like I expected a, you know, a pug group, and this is like just as well.
Oh, you're disappointed because it ain't a real pug. That's what it is. You're pug. You're against the pugs, man.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Who the hell am I supposed to be carrying right now?
You're supposed to be carrying me when I pull all this aggro, dude. That's what. Help me through it, please.
One hiccup is we're not all on the same page of how we're pulling these ads. But...
Yeah, it's all good. Do 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 do. Do you ever feel like blah when you do dungeons? I feel like you have that mentality these days.
I just did City of Life 2. That was a little bit more exciting. Yeah, that wasn't much of a part either. So I guess, yeah, the three of us are doing it this way. Other guy.
Give me that ball. Hey, there's not pulling that one over there. Fuck it. Take him down.
We are now effectively free-manning.
Why? I'm getting my Rubido, man. They can hold on. I'm just messing around. Where's the other D? Oh, he's up there is why. He's like, fuck these trash. I'm here to get something.
Yeah, so.
Dude, this dude is on it too. Oh, dude, he pulled the boss. Give me a war horn, man.
I don't think that.
That crap.
Yeah, we're doing it this way, he's doing it that way.
He's like, report it all!
Thanks, boy.
It's a bridge fight! Yes! I keep missing your balls, Duck. What the hell, man? I'm
Let's do the next one.
Got it.
Imagine the tank will blow first. Did tank blow?
I don't know. You got a war horn on?
Yeah.
Blow it. Bitch.
Thanks. A little bit slower.
Yeah, she's teleporting. Thanks for the balls. On Dawn and Bastion staff? What is that?
Name drop, I take it?
I don't know. All I saw was, like, I looked down for the... I know! I'm trying not to aggro so much! They all dead? I did it! I did it! Ah! No, DK DPS. Mag DK DPS just sucks. It sucks! It's selfish! No, I'm not gonna go there. We had a nice talk. Give me a war horn. Thanks for that. Could have weaved up a little, a little bit better. I need to clean it up a little bit, but a little bit. Nothing worth it. Just a bunch of chests and shit. I'll read the scroll.
I got stuck behind the door.
Getting to the island. Where you at? No, come down. We're doing the island one trick.
Yeah, I'm coming through the door now.
Oh, okay. Read the scroll already. Scroll's red.
Well,
Come over here with
back
me.
here.
They'll catch on. Just...
Okay, the tank's coming, so the DPS will follow.
The DPS will follow. I think I ran this as good before. Are you serious? Why? I'm the skeleton. Oh my gosh. This is how you run a build, y'all. Just breathe. Just breathe on him. I'm so jealous right now. This is so bullshit.
Pirates mace.
Laurel, sturdy, Knight Errant shield. I needed that. Sweet, cool deal. All right, guys. So this is the asphyxiation build. Whatever you do, don't have fun. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be bis. But anyways, this is a fun build. It's really fun. Just getting down your durations, trying to pay attention to, you know, sometimes when you're speedrunning, you go through things a lot faster, obviously. But in a clear-cut rotation, you just want to pay attention to your durated timers and try to clean it up. Don't focus too much on spamming molten whips as much as possible. You want to go ahead when your durations are down, go hit that builder, hit your molten whips, follow up the heavy attack, relay the duration effect, and rinse and repeat as much as possible. Now, depending on your resources, you might be able to get 2 or 3 molten whips between your heavy attack rotation. But heavy attack rotation is significant, and that is why you want to pay attention to how you're going to lay out DPS with Mag DK. There's no difference between the Stam and the Mag in that aspect. Question of it is, how do you reserve it? You have to use the dots to your advantage. Once again, like I said earlier in the video, you're going to want to reallocate those points from the one tree over so you can get the off balance, and that'll be a contributing factor. But keep in mind, it will pull from your Lamberus and your direct effects, but your dot damage will increase, and that's how you can be a lot more effective with the Mag DK in trial scenarios. All right, so if anybody has any questions or comments, please post below. I want to thank everybody for watching, and once again and always, have a nice day.